Welcome back to the program. ChannelsTV.com has more news for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb, you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news and updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Go ahead, install the app, tap and swipe to reveal the menu, then follow the instructions you find there. The Cross River State government is set to establish a teachers' continuous training city in the state for certification of teachers. The program, which is aimed at keeping them abreast of the contemporary standard of teaching in order for them to effectively transmit same to their students as practiced in developed countries. According to Governor Ben Ayade, the world-class teachers' continuous training city will be situated in Biase local government area, and it will be open to certified teachers across Nigeria before the end of this year. Governor Ayade was speaking at the proposed location for the construction of the Citadel of Learning while on a site inspection of the project.
Education is seen as the bedrock of development around the world, and in the southern part of Nigeria, in Cross River State, the trend remains the same. In a bid to raise the standard of education, Governor Ben Ayade sets up a teachers' continuous training city, and according to some of the participants, this could not have come at a better time.
Between 2008 and 2010, that was when I personally attended the training.
Almost 15 years back, since we were last trained. I think 2002 was the last time we were trained.
Can't remember. Very long. Many years back.
Governor Ayade inspects and formally hands over the survey plan of 20 hectares of land donated by the people of Biase community for the project, and advocates the need for more people to invest in education.
No matter how much you restructure a building, you don't change the quality of learning. You don't change the quality of teaching. You are wasting that money. It is only the quality of teaching that makes a quality student. I'm setting up a city that provides learning for people who are already certified teachers. It is not a teachers training college.
The residents pledge to work with the government to make this project a reality.
The people are going to cooperate with this project and make sure that whatever we can do, we will assist to make sure that this project proceeds.
The city is aimed at keeping the teachers abreast with contemporary standards so they can effectively transfer this knowledge to their students.
Away from education to the environment, for some time now there's been what some Nigerians have tagged the waste war in Lagos State. This came about after the state government brought in a foreign private company to manage the waste disposal system. The existing party, which is now called the Waste Collection Operator, has been working to adjust to the change. But up until now, there are still negotiations on the roles of the parties involved. Our correspondent, Imi John Mekwa, tells us more.
A representation of the 365 members that make up the Association of Waste Managers of Nigeria. They've been responsible for the collection of waste in Lagos State in the last 20 years. They say they've invested over 50 billion naira in the business of carting waste from residential and commercial premises.
Well, the system was just the house-to-house waste collection, whereby the PSP are engaged because, of course, waste has gone beyond, it's no longer a social service.
The arrangement that came from the introduction of the foreign private company was that the former PSP operators, now called Waste Collection Operators, would cast waste from commercial premises, while the new company deals with residential. After some months, Lagosians were not satisfied with the consequences of the arrangement, and they complained of unsatisfactory level of cleanliness in the state.
His Excellency has been listening to the yearning of Lagosians, and he has called for the stakeholders meeting, and we've been meeting different stakeholders on this issue on how to ensure that we have a better environment for negotiations.
The compromise includes an offer from the private company to waste collection operators. It would have the collectors return to their former role of cutting all waste, but this time as subcontractors of the company. According to the waste collection operators, the terms include a payment of about 30,000 naira to be paid them per trip and a restricted number of trips to certain wards in the state.
You have people who make more than 50 trips a week. So if you are reducing them to 2 trips per ward, that means you are just talking about perhaps 5% of the job. That cannot suffice. There's a designated amount of money that is necessary to keep the job going. You have to buy diesel. Somebody who makes 50 trips per week spends approximately $500,000 buying diesel per week. And you want to offer that person 30,000 per trip, multiplied by 8 trips. That is 240,000 naira. Not even enough to purchase the diesel that is necessary to carry out the job. It's simple mathematics.
Some of the fees they're asking for is well below than what I'm being paid from the government. Let me make this perfectly clear to your viewers. This is a performance-based project. And what do I mean by that? If I am held to task by the government to collect 1 million tonnes a day, and I collect 999,000 tonnes, I don't get paid today. It's performance-based. I have to perform to ensure that I get my invoice paid. So if I'm being paid 1 cent a day and my fellow WCOs want 2 cents a day, I can't do that.
The Lagos State government, through the Cleaner Lagos initiative, has promised that negotiations are still on and will be concluded in a short time with terms that will be good for all parties involved and for the good of the state. Ini John McCoy reporting for Channels Television News.
And from the southwest to the southeast, the Imo State Governor Richard Okorocha has unveiled plans to establish a special school for the blind and physically challenged in the state as a way of helping these set of people get more meaningful lives. He made the comments at the Government House in Owerri, the Imo State capital, while receiving the Minister of State for Niger Delta Affairs, Professor Claudius Daramola, who was in the state to commission a federal government project.
The project will come to commission as we are partners in progress. We add value with the people in that particular community, in Imo State and in Nigeria generally. We want to diversify the economy. We don't want to rely on oil alone. And agriculture is one of the areas where we can diversify the economy. And this is what the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is preaching.
The Commissioner for Education accompanied me this morning to look for a proper place, equip it, and get these poor children all over who are born blind, and not because of any making of theirs, but because nature brought them so. And the nature brought them for a specific purpose that those of us that have eyes should see through them and make them also have an internal eyes. Imo State government has not participated fully in the Ministry of Niger Delta. And the only project which would have put Ministry of Niger Delta in history of Imo State is the Skill Acquisition Center in Ohajegbema. That project has been left abandoned for so many years. I've personally taken the Vice President there, and he promised as well that we should change that institution to University of Science and Technology.
Still ahead on the program, Nasarawa State government kickstarts the program to keep the state clean, safe and healthy. Join us again.